Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Fresh Who, man. I'm here with my dog Bobby B. This is episode, what, 8? Episode 9? Episode 9 of the Don't Mind Me podcast, man. We back. And like usual, we got some special guests with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Some real live players come through with some real isms, some real game to lay for y'all down, man. You know, I got my dog MG in the building. You know what I'm saying? I got my dog Pay2Play Rixh in the building.
What up, though?
He was on a previous episode. If you haven't seen it, check out that episode. You know, but what's the deal, fellas? What's happening?
Ain't shit, bro. What's going on, child?
Ain't shit, man.
What's going on?
Happy to be back.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good
Last
to have
time
y'all,
went kind
man.
of crazy.
Hey,
kind of viral.
Hey, look, I ain't even get a chance to really talk to y'all about that. We're waiting until we got back on the pod.
Yeah.
Like, bro, when that shit came out,
It shit went crazy.
People was talking about that shit.
I know.
I was running in.
Mr. Better Than Him.
Yeah, oh God, I was running in the niggas and it was like, bro, you was the topic of the group chat today. I'm like, oh,
Hey,
man,
that's fire.
yeah. So it's like I was telling him a minute ago, it's like the podcast where you get on these joints and you have the opportunity, you gotta make it.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Keep it all the way 100 with y'all, bro. I didn't even know 4 out of 5 of them people on that list.
Me either. Still to this day.
I just said it because 1, that's how I really feel, and 2, I knew the reaction that it was gonna be.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
was genuine.
It was genuine. Like I really felt like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I gotta say something though. Hey, this nigga Rich is really that person on and off camera. You're not gonna meet a person with more belief in themselves, with what they call it, a sense of efficacy, right? You know what I'm saying? Like a belief in his ability to actually achieve his intended outcome. You ain't gonna meet many like that. I'm sorry.
No,
and that's really who this nigga is. He really be popping it like that. So when I saw it, I laughed because I'm like,
That's rich.
That's
that's Rich, nigga. You feel me?
right.
Like,
No, that's fire. That's fire. Well, today, you know, we kind of here to focus on you, MG, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the artists under the Pay2Play Music Group umbrella. You feel what I'm saying? Been doing your thing. Just off the rip, who is MG? Where you from? What you represent? Who you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the people who don't know.
Great question. Yeah, my name is MG. That's the initials for my actual government name because my daddy gave me a good enough name that it would, of course, become my rapper name. Born in San Francisco, raised in Oakland, California. You know, east side of Oakland, man.
Ooh,
you know, East Oakland, man. You feel me? Shout out to all my niggas, man, from the town. Shout out to all my folks from the city.
That's right.
Shout out to all my brothers from the Mish, so on and so forth, man. R.I.P. my brother T Hill, and yeah, man. I mean, I started rapping about a year ago.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago, maybe. Seriously.
About 2 years.
Yeah, about 2 years, maybe. Yeah.
What made you want to make that transition to this music thing, man?
You know, honestly, I come from a music family. Rest in peace to my grandmother, my father's mother, Joanne Stamps, who just passed away last Wednesday.
Rest in peace.
You know, but she passed away in her sleep peacefully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way any of us would really want to go. But to bring it back into the light, she was musical. She was in a music group. I think you can find her music on YouTube. You know, and I mean, I had something to say.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not finna die with these thoughts and with these hundreds of verses that I have in my notes.
Yeah.
Like, somebody got to hear it. I got to get it off. And if I let it go and let it fly and it don't go nowhere, at least I got to tell my truth and put it out there. And if you want to pick up the book, if you want to pick up the record and listen to it, and so on and so forth. But that's why I started rapping, because music really did save my life. And I think about Rich, you know, my brother, my friend, my fraternity brother, you know, KSI, do or die. And I made an offhand comment to this nigga. I said, hey, yo, I'm thinking about maybe rapping one day. I might have been in the studio high, drunk, you know what I'm saying? I might have been off that dog water. And this segment's brought to you by dog water. You know what I'm saying? But not real shit, though. And Rich is the kind of person, he's the kind of CEO, the kind of executive, the kind of music mind, and the kind of friend that when you say something, if you whisper something, he gonna scream it back at you loud. You feel me? If you know you serious about it. You know what I'm saying? He's a good judge of character. He's a good judge of motive, and ultimately, you know, he's a good judge of music too. And you know, that's why he is Mr. Better Than Him. And so when you talk about,
please remember.
That's right. That's right.
but yeah, that's all I got to say on that.
Nah, that's real. I know the theme of you guys' music and the Pay2Play Music Group has been a lot about, you know, that player lifestyle, that ism, that game. Where does that come from for you? I know you from the Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
for
I know
sure.
the Bay. That's kind of like y'all thing. So is this something that's always been around you? Did you get it from the uncles? From your, what was the, when did you know you was gonna be a player? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this, and hey, the game is as old as consciousness itself, and the game predates all of us. It predates this geographical landscape that we sitting on. You know what I'm saying? The game is the know-how. You know what I mean? They say, if you knew better, you do better.
That's right.
And so the game is the improvement. Church, hello.
Tabernacle. Go ahead.
And so ultimately, growing up and partially in San Francisco, my daddy from Fillmore. Fillmore, Turk Street Projects, right over there by Ella Hill Hutch, you know what I mean? My granny stayed in Rosa Parks, high rise.
Oh, wow.
We was over in Sunnydale for a little bit. My auntie Gloria stayed off of 3rd Street, them projects over there. And then I moved over to Oakland. And when you got over to Oakland, you start to realize that, these niggas a little advanced. And and why are they advanced? Not because they possess, more physical prowess than you, not because they possess anything in terms of monetary like advantage. They're advanced because they got the game. It's the know-how. You know what I'm saying? How do you get the know-how? You know what I mean? Like, how do the muscles get bigger? Because they got to get weaker for a quick second. They got to contract and expand. And so when you get into Oakland, you get an opportunity to, and I always lived in Oakland. Since I probably was, maybe 6 or 7 years old. But when you actually immerse yourself into the fabric of Oakland and you take yourself from just outside of the hood to having to go into the hood every day, you feel me? You're going to learn quickly. Because, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no second places. You either win or you die.
Real shit.
There ain't no growth opportunities.
Sounds like Richmond.
It is Richmond. That's
Shout
why I
out
love
Richmond,
Richmond. That's
man.
why I feel
Shout
at
out
home in
Chesterfield,
Richmond.
man. Shout out Chesterfield.
That was actually a segue question. What brought you to Virginia? Like, what brought you to specifically Richmond, but Virginia as a whole?
Yeah.
What was?
Yeah, so originally, like I said, I played football at Oakland High School, same high school as Damian Lillard. I played basketball.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I played against Marcus Peters. Marcus
Wow.
Peters graduated the same year. We were on the same first team OEL. So that's where it starts.
Right.
From there, I go down to Laney College. Y'all ever seen Last Chance U?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Last Chance U is where I first jumped off the porch in college football.
Oh, wow.
Last Chance U, Laney College, is also on 5th Street. I'm from 8th, and he's 24th. So it's in my neighborhood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
imagine where
crazy.
you from, and it's hectic, and your college is right outside of where it's hectic.
That's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
I got
so
you.
I would walk to college every day from my mom's house. Or
Wow.
my stepmom's house, depending on who stayed in there. They'd be in and out of it.
It's crazy that they do that though. You ever realize that all of the colleges are like in hood or close proximity?
I mean, look at
Yeah,
Union.
where
Union
was
right
it?
up the
Yeah,
street from
yeah,
Jackson
Yeah,
Ward.
Virginia State University.
Yep, there you go.
Norfolk State University.
go.
Like
Yeah.
all of the HBCUs
For sure.
are in, and I think it has a lot to do with like property value and shit like that. But I think it's another reason why they put it. We'll get into that.
Right.
Yeah.
There's definitely a systematic reason,
Yeah,
but
it's systematic, for sure.
But what? Sorry.
And I was in the middle of that, so I could keep.
Yeah, my bad.
Let me-
Yeah, finish.
Let me
please
close
finish.
it out real
Please
quick
finish.
and just say I went from Laney. I got kicked out of Laney. I went to City College of San Francisco, where I played for George Rush, and I played wide receiver there. I got into some trouble while I was at City College of San Francisco, which ultimately led me to not really getting the scholarships and the looks that I would have got.
Right.
As the third leading receiver on a team that was pretty stacked and pretty loaded, won a bowl game. Mind you, the year before they sent about 30, 40 cats at D1. And I'm not talking mid-major. We talking power ranking schools. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so they sent about 30 to 40 cats to high major, high profile programs.
Right.
And then me being the third leading receiver on the team and having also been suspended 2 or 3 games,
Okay.
but ultimately I didn't get no looks. So my cousin is at Hampton University in this little city named Hampton, Virginia. And this is about 2000 and maybe 13, 14. There's this little funky ass feature that comes out. There's got a lot of niggas caught up right now called FaceTime. FaceTime come out. That nigga been calling me, telling me to come out there, but it's the first time he could put it on camera. He put on camera. I saw some black women with some hair that was in their roots.
That's right.
No disrespect to my black women in Oakland, California, and in the Bay Area.
Talk about
What I'm saying though, it was a little different though.
Yeah.
PG County.
Huh?
You're talking about? We talking Charlottesville,
sir.
Charlotte, North Carolina, Queen City. We talking
sir.
DC. We
Yes,
talking
sir.
chocolate. You know what I mean? We talking
sir.
New York.
Yes, sir.
These hoes living in Lower Manhattan and Fi-Dye type shit. You feel
Yes,
me?
sir.
That bitch drove a Bumblebee Camaro to school. And this is like the opportunity. I'm like, so I said, fuck it, man. I moved to Virginia in 2014. I want to say June 15th or 16th, one of those days. June 15th or 16th, I moved to Virginia without having been admitted into Hampton University, seeking a better opportunity. I was an immigrant out here, basically.
fire.
That's real.
And then, you know what? I put my application in before I left, and then I got there. They had to do in-person interviews. They asked, so we see the arrest on your record. You signed it, yes. And like, what's this about? I kept it 100, you know, and about the little shit. And then ultimately, you know, they stamped me and they let me in.
Fire.
And I remember I took a picture in front of the Hampton sign. Like, I'm in college.
Yeah.
I'm in college. I done went from county jail
Yeah.
to Hampton University,
Yep.
which is, you know, from not my estimation, but from what I actually see and know, you know, it's one of the wealthiest student bodies
For sure.
in the nation,
For sure.
irrespective of race.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
And so, yeah, that's how I got to Virginia.
That's beautiful.
That's
man.
one thing I love about HBCUs too, is they'll give you that opportunity.
Oh no, they're very accepting, bro. Very accepting.
HBCUs will give
Shout
you
out to
that.
all the HBCUs,
Shout out
man.
to
Norfolk
all
State,
the
Virginia
HBCUs.
State, you
Shout
know
out
what
to
I'm
all
saying? Hampton,
HBCUs,
for
nigga.
real.
And you know what? We're going to drink to that.
There you go.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Put my invisible cup in
Toast to the
there.
HBCUs. Boom. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we're going to get you a drink, bro. You
Yeah,
got to take at least one.
I got,
You can take it towards the end.
Towards the end, I got you. Yeah.
Deal, he's going to be out of pocket. If you
We can take a shot of something later or something. You know what I mean? I'll drink with niggas.
I got this one for you right here.
See, I
That
can't
hen
do
dog.
I can't do the hen dog though. I can't do the.
What so just to get back on, you know, y'all theme, what y'all about, who y'all are, right? We got this little segment I kind of want to stamp a title on it, right? We're gonna call it Players 101, right? I'm gonna throw some terms at y'all, I'm gonna throw some questions at y'all, and y'all just give me y'all best definition, y'all best explanation for what I'm asking. So,
yeah.
what makes a player a player?
Kick it off. See ya.
What makes a player is a person who can at all times be himself, keep it real, but not only be himself and keep it real, but be himself with other people. You understand what I'm saying? That's a real P. Because
real
a lot of times, a lot of dudes and a lot of people out here be faking it,
Faking the
faking who
funk.
they are as a person. You understand what I'm saying? It's real player to be yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What makes a simp a simp?
Oh. What makes a simp a simp? I think what makes a simp is getting the information as clear as you could have got it in a way in which you understand it, in a way in which you've digested it and you've internalized it, and you go against it. You know what I mean? Like, you could be a simp not just with these bitches,
No,
these bitches, but you could be a simp at your job.
Facts.
You could be a simp with friends.
Facts.
You could be a simp with this music shit, hugging music that don't want to hug you back, hugging styles that don't want to hug you back, hugging audiences that don't want to hug you back, hugging labels and distros that don't want to hug you back. You know what I'm saying? It's a Bay Area, nigga. We the home of independent music, and you better ask about us, nigga.
Shout out E40.
Shout out E40. Shout out Too Short out the trunk before E40. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Todd.
Yes, sir.
You know, shout out Spice One.
Yeah.
You dig what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Shout out Be Legit, man. Shout out Mac Dre. You feel me?
That Thiz.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If and I might be thizzing right now too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, don't worry. I'm doper than a Bobby Brown piss test.
Come on now. Come on now.
So, yeah,
I like
that's what I think a simp is.
I also want to add to that too. I think a simp is just a nigga who ain't getting no pussy, but he paying for everything.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
We got some pushback?
Nah, I'm just.
Why you look at DM?
I'm like,
Hey, yo! Hold
The
on.
reaction was like,
damn.
Do you have something to say?
No, I ain't got nothing to say.
I'm fucking with you, Dan. I'm fucking with
When
you,
we
D.
talk about simping,
No, you good. You good.
when we talk about simping, right? That's the definition of simping, right? It's like when you constantly catering to a woman and you're not getting anything in return.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is what a simp is.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's the opposite of a pimp.
I got you. I'm
You
with you.
understand what I'm saying?
There's been a lot of talk for years, right? That Russell Wilson, y'all know Russell Wilson, Sierra's, whatever.
Yeah. I know the nigga that got beat up by Golden Tate
Damn. All right.
and put in the goddamn trash can. I know
All
that
right.
nigga.
Damn. All right.
Whoa.
We're here today.
Hold on, whoa.
We got it, yeah.
Rewind.
This is gonna be fun.
All right. He's been classified as, as a simp for years now. Do y'all agree with that? Is Russell Wilson is he?
I can't speak on that enough because I don't know enough about what he be on to know that.
Got you.
feel
You know
what?
what?
I'm saying? Like,
Got you.
I can't say.
I'm gonna temper my comments by saying yes. I don't know exactly what he be on, but to the outside looking in, if you ain't a simp, you at minimum a square. You know what I'm saying? And a square don't mean somebody who lives a 9-to-5 life and comes home and takes care of their family. A square means somebody who is thinking inside of the box and never calculating that box is just a terrarium. And you the lizard in that terrarium, and there's a whole world outside of you that you need to begin to comprehend. And the top is off that motherfucker. And there's a ladder. You can climb out that bitch if you want to, but you don't want to. So I think
Rather
that
stay in that square box.
yeah, I mean, that square
That's why I
box
like this nigga.
is square
See,
box
I
is
just
comfortable.
broke
Yeah,
that
how the
down.
fuck you do
No,
that?
for sure. For sure, that was great.
The
That was great.
intellect.
No, he's doing a really good job right now.
Nigga went to college. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would assume.
Yeah.
Good
You know
nigga.
what I'm saying?
3 times.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
Yeah, I got my MBA.
Oh.
Hey,
fuck.
okay,
Hey,
yeah,
man,
salute.
That
salute.
shit.
Yeah,
Talk that
salute.
shit.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
My MBA just mean my business all just came together.
hey.
Let's go.
And this segment is sponsored by Dog Water.
So, what makes a hoe a hoe?
You want me to answer this one?
Let's answer it at the same time. Let's give a,
See if I got the same answer.
let's give a one-word answer about what makes a hoe a hoe.
One word answer. That's good.
Yeah, hold on. Let me think real quick. What makes a hoe a hoe? One
Synergy
word
going
answer.
together.
Yeah, back pocket.
You ready?
1, 2, 3. Brain.
Wow. Shout out Pay2Play Music Group. All right. So bust it down. What about the brain? What about the?
Because I suggested it, but he already knew it. He already knew what time it was. It's like, a hoe.
That shit was cool as fuck.
That was.
That shit was cool though.
Yeah, it was lit.
Hold on, bro. Let's not even get past that. Because the nigga gonna look at me and say, he gonna pat his back pocket and say back pocket. And then my brain is clicked immediately. I'm like, oh, okay, man.
That's the clip right there. That's one of the clips. So go ahead.
Yeah,
That's one of the clips.
Cheers. And this segment was
This
brought
is
to
part of
you
yeah, there, right?
by dog water. And it's getting, the fucking commercials getting worse.
Hold
It's
on,
getting
wait,
more
wait,
fucked up.
Where is the tequila? Oh,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's
Shit.
right, that's
Yeah, you
right.
better get in on this, nigga. You missed it out. Nigga, we on a different level right now, bro.
Hey man.
Terramana.
Yeah.
You and your mama.
Yeah, facts.
I ain't gonna hold you. The more I travel, the more I see that all that, but they structured all that shit the same.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
They call it a project.
Literally, yeah. All the projects look exactly the same, bro.
That's crazy.
Nah, that's why they call them projects, though. I
New
remember
York
when
don't look like everything else.
they got
High
infrastructure.
rise.
You know what I mean? Infrastructure is just different.
But it depends on what part of New York you in. Because if you're in Brooklyn, right, and let's say you get over to goddamn Brownsville, or if you say you get over to a different part of Brooklyn, they got more houses, single family units, and they start to look like LA a little bit, right, with foggier, muggier weather.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can kind of see why a nigga like Biggie might have, Bedford-Stuyvesant, right? You know what I'm saying? If you get to his neighborhood, you might see like, damn, okay, this shit got some environmental impacts. Like the way niggas rapping ain't just a function of what they hear.
what they
see.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
But you know, it's a function of their entire like setup. You feel me? Like, we by the water in the bay,
Yeah.
so of course we gonna
Right,
flow.
yeah, it's a little, yeah.
That's right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Them niggas in LA is
And
they
the
by the
weather,
water,
too.
but they also
Central. They're more like Central California, right? Like,
LA is Southern California.
okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so, you know, when you think about LA, you know, you tripping off the fact they got the palm trees. It doesn't really rain in LA a lot. So you got to think about it. Think about how Richmond get in about April, May.
Oh yeah.
Think about how 18th Street
Stormy
and
as a
Franklin
motherfucker.
get. 18th Street, Franklin, all the way to 17th Street, and let's just say the other street is maybe Grace, and the other one is Main. So Main to Grace.
Yeah.
Think about how that section get turned up.
Yeah.
And then think about how it's turned up year round.
That's what yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You want to know why them niggas tripping?
Right. 'Cause the weather different, man.
Facts.
Niggas ain't
They
got
outside every day.
Nah, no
It's
bullshit.
always
Nah,
something.
low key, that's how it was in Florida too. Like niggas,
for real?
nigga, it's Christmas on the beach in
Yeah.
Florida, nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yeah, niggas, yeah, but we
That's
had
the
to
best time to go to Florida, some say.
facts, no
December.
facts,
And Christmas?
facts, yes sir, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And
Because
then
they,
you
they
know
experience the tropical storms all throughout storm season.
exactly, because they have hurricane season. They don't
Yeah,
have like
they don't
winter.
have-
you know what I'm saying?
Was you out in Florida when they was smoking crib?
Smoking crib, nah, what like K2?
No, they was smoking. It was a thing in like southern Florida, 954, like Margate, Fort Lauderdale area.
Oh,
They used to
you
smoke
talking bath salt
it's-
shit?
Nah, it was straight weed, but they called they weed crib.
Oh,
if
no.
Everything in if everything in New York was called Bubba, then everything in Florida that they consider high quality weed was
crib.
called crib.
Oh wow, nah, I missed
Yeah.
that. That's crazy. That's
It's
crazy.
It's a funny time though, man.
Yeah, we gonna pick it back up though. So yeah, what makes a hoe? Y'all both said brains.
Yeah.
Bust that down.
I'm gonna just start by saying like it all starts with the mindset, right? It all starts with how a bitch think. You feel me? And how she carry herself. At this point in time in life, it don't have too much to do with looks. It don't have too much to do with how she dress, what she do for work, right? Because the last time we talked, we already know like it be strippers who don't really be going, and then there's some who are. You feel what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah.
Because all women are kind of playing that role now, where they all kind of acting the same, twerking when they outside on a regular basis. You feel me? Just doing they wearing skimpy clothes and shit.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to tell. But I would say we're gonna say brain. I'm gonna say just based off of how she move and how she think. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's for sure a mindset thing. And they say the game is to be sold,
Not to be told.
told, man. You know what I mean? It's like I was talking to this little bitch, man, not too long ago, this little hoe. And nah, real shit though. I'm kicking y'all real game,
Nah,
real
let's go.
experiences. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna turn this motherfucker from this podcast to soft white underbelly real quick. I'm
Go
gonna take y'all
ahead,
to the
please.
underbelly. The bitch told me, she said a white boy had offered her $20K to come just do GFE, just come sit in the house with her for a week, maybe 2 weeks at most. The bitch got in there, had a couple days, and couldn't fulfill the obligations, couldn't fulfill the duty. She an outdoor pet. She's, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
I got you. I got you.
hey,
Go ahead.
Pimps and hoes is a symbiotic relationship. You know what I'm saying? They need each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And so there's no disrespect to whoever's in this game and, who's really living it 10 toes down. But, a lot of the women, they beat and they battered, right? You could probably do it. I could look at that shit right now and be like, 9 out of 10 definitely done been fucked with in some way, shape, or form, in a way in which they shouldn't before they reach adulthood.
Right.
So, 20K to be in a house, you know what I'm saying? Everything. She looking for some action. She looking for a dopamine hit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the money. You know what I'm saying? If it was about the money, the bitch wouldn't give it up.
Wow.
You feel me? It ain't about the money. It's about the game. You dig what I'm saying? And for a real P, for a real P, it ain't about the money. So it is the brain. The mindset makes a hoe or breaks a hoe. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like, I can't explain it no more further than that. You got to pay for the rest, but
The game is to be sold.
not told.
But piggybacking off that though, right?
Yes,
you
sir.
feel like most women, or most women who live in that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right. Most women who live in that lifestyle. Most women that's doing that aren't forced to do it. Would you say that?
Oh, I would say the vast majority, a super majority. I would say somewhere around 98.
95%.
Yeah, I was gonna take it up a little bit because hey, if these niggas want to lie on niggas, and so we gonna we're gonna embellish and put it up. I'm gonna say 98, 99%.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, how you get out here? How you even get turned out? You know what I'm saying? Could a nigga turn one of y'all out to do something that y'all didn't want to do? If you didn't really want to do it.
No.
You must have thought about it and doing it. And so, and why do people think about doing it? Because their relationship, and this, I'm just giving y'all my little psychoanalysis. Their relationship to sex is fucked up. Like how a lot of pimps' relationships to sex is fucked up. A lot of players' relationship to sex is fucked up. Like a lot of people who ain't in the game at all, but just living their life with a fucked up relationship to what is supposed to be an intimate, you know what I'm saying, moment that keeps our existence going. So, you know what I'm saying, and you take that woman and you got to, at the end of the day, you know, that's what you going to get sometimes. And so, it ain't going to be no force, you know what I mean? Like, it's bitches out here fucking for free. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
And you know what I mean?
Going,
you know what I'm saying? You know,
they're going.
It's bitches out here who is unlabeled renegades. Who are unlabeled hoes themselves. You dig what I'm saying?
Fact.
And hey, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But hey, niggas that say, I ain't never paid for no pussy, nigga. You take that bitch out on a date? Yeah, okay, cool, nigga. You paid the broker.
Yeah. Right.
Facts. See, and niggas,
Right.
we had our last interview, right? Kind of had a back and forth. We touched on the Diddy situation, right? Talked about Cassie. We talked about all these people, right?
Touchy subject, my brother.
Now follow me though. Piggybacking off what he just said, there's been evidence coming out that Cassie was not only involved in a lot of these situations, but she was
Curating it.
She was curating it. She was the one that was, you know, calling these people and doing this, that, and the third. She was the one that was really orchestrating the whole shit. You feel what I'm saying? So,
But let a woman tell it though. She was forced to do that.
I mean, you heard what my man just said though.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
For sure.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
but the reality is like, ain't nobody gonna really make you do something that you don't want to do.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
You know, and there are the few cases where these niggas driving around in vans, kidnapping these hoes because they couldn't kidnap no game. You dig what I'm saying? So there are instances like that, and we ain't gonna never make
Weird ass niggas,
you know, fucking up the game. We ain't gonna never make it out to seem like anything is 100% though. But if you had to ask me from my experience, and I grew up on 8th and East 24th. I grew up, you know what I'm saying, like top of 73rd, Edwards at the house, right? At the Monte Vistas, right? The nice townhouses. But I had to take the 56 and come down into the trenches every day. You know what I'm saying? As a nigga as a zoo animal, I had to go into the jungle every day and try to figure it out. You know, I've told Rich about this. You know, I was at my nigga BT house on 47th in Bancroft, you know what I mean? Hitting a blade and going to go get a burrito. We going half on a $7 super burrito, nigga.
Yeah.
We trying to ask a hoe, you know what I'm saying? Hey, would you mind donating to the children, nigga? We trying to get a Horito, a soda. So I've seen it with my own two eyes, and I can tell you know what I mean? Like these hoes ain't out there being forced for the most part. You know what I mean? They're out there because the game is the game, and it's gonna always be the game. You know what I'm saying? The first, one of the oldest professions was selling pussy.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And one of the oldest crimes was rape. And you know what I mean? And so you know who you get this unstoppable force. You know what I'm saying? With the other fucking part of that analogy, and it's like who comes in to mitigate that? That's where a P come in. You know what I mean? And a P ain't coming in trying to regulate physically. You know, he uses his mind, his intellect, his ism, the game, you know what I'm saying, to make sure everything runs smoothly.
Talk that shit.
You know.
Nigga told me, man.
You might have to cut this out. This gotta be
No.
paid. This gotta be paid content. This gotta be paid content right here, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Subscribe to the Patreon, you know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Yeah.
But yeah, so break down No One Is Bigger Than the Program. What's the program? What does it mean to say that no one is bigger than the program? What does that mean?
MG Star.
Yeah. You know, my first ever project that I ever released on all DSPs was called Rule 1. Nobody's bigger than the program.
Go get it right now.
For real.
Go get it right now. Go to your streaming service, type in MG, and go get that project right now. Go stream it, download it, share it, whatever.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know what Rich said though, nobody's bigger than the program. This my bro, but I work for him. I'm signed to Pay2Play Music Group. It's my CEO, and he still shouting my praises without any sort of malice or hate or bias behind it. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas that be out here having what we call secret animosity with niggas, man. And you know, a lot of niggas be feeling some kind of way and dapping you up. And you know, but if you was somebody who never thought you was bigger than a program, jealousy and hate would never seep into your heart, man, because the game already seeped into your mind. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? A hating nigga's blind to what another nigga's doing, man, unless it's to congratulate, never to hate, for real. And so, you know, nobody's bigger than a program really encapsulates, you know, like keeping self-awareness, being grateful for opportunities, you know what I mean? Like being somebody who doesn't just propel themselves forward but looks backward and say, let me see who I can pull up with me. Can I put my foot between the door? Can I put a brick between the door and make sure somebody else gets in too? You know what I mean? Like the way Rich did for me, and like the way somebody did for Rich, and like the way I'm gonna do for somebody else. And so nobody's bigger than a program originates from some real militant type shit, some real stomp down type shit, but everybody can apply it to their life. You know what I'm saying? Never think that you're the center of the universe, and you know, life would be a little bit easier for you that way.
That's real. That's real. That's real spill. This nigga's doing amazing.
You want to add something to that, or are you straight? Was that
I
good
mean,
enough?
he done pretty much broke it down, but you know, I be having to tell the bitch on a regular basis, like, listen, the program is the program, and you gotta understand that you ain't bigger than the program. And the minute that you think that you bigger than the program, even an inch bigger than the program, and you got to go. You understand?
P.
And my nigga Rich, for a quick second, that nigga's from East Oakland, nigga. yeah. We talking real shit right now, man. Hello, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give a bitch some news she can use. Hello? Hey, man, come on.
So y'all dropped a project called Program for Players.
Yeah.
Right?
Go get that.
Yeah, go get that, man.
Go
Program
get
for Players,
Program for
man.
Players right now, man. It's on all streaming platforms, anywhere that you can find it, man. Program for the number 4 players, man. Make sure y'all go get that. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Audio Mac, man, YouTube, whatever. Go get it right now.
I heard the Fulton do Fulton be throwing the fours? Where the fours be coming from?
Nah, we be throwing the East though. We throw the
East End.
I got you. Okay, my bad. Look, cut that out.
We used to throw the fours for the 804, but we throw the East. You know what I'm saying?
I just happen to be the one that still do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think that it became a point in time where I had to switch my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times niggas throw their sets because they trying to represent a certain portion of Richmond, right?
Right.
I just feel like I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm bigger than Richmond.
That's
I want
real.
to represent Richmond. You
That's
know what
facts.
I'm saying? Like when I go to these other places, I'm traveling. You feel me? I'm going to other places and I'm representing Richmond.
Yeah.
When I go on these platforms and they ask me where I'm from, I'm telling them Richmond, Virginia. So when I go up in the photos, nigga, I'm throwing photos because I want to represent the city. You understand what I'm saying?
Shout out to the 804.
Shout out to the 804, man. Shout out to everybody from Richmond. If you ain't from Richmond, Henrico, Chesterfield, anybody that got that 804 area code, man, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how y'all niggas
Hey,
do.
I'm tell you something right now too, nigga. My second home, nigga, is motherfucking Richmond, Virginia.
Hey.
Nigga, I'm an East End nigga too. I'm from Shaco Bottom. Yeah, I'm repping that Shaco, nigga. Shout out to my boy King Delt.
Yeah. Shout out Dope.
Yeah.
If somebody wanted to ask y'all what's y'all favorite songs from this project, this Program for Players project, what would y'all say?
Without a doubt, dog. We already know what it is.
Run
Money
it
talk.
up.
That's mine. That's mine.
I'm about to say that's his. I think my favorite song off Program for Players right now is probably gonna be About Business.
About business. I like that, John. So
You know why this nigga Rich like about business? DL, my bad. I'm sorry. You know why this nigga like about business? Cause he fucking smoked me on that goddamn song. I hope y'all play this motherfucker when they edit this shit. Play this motherfucker, bro, because this nigga smoked me on this shit.
It's not just about my verse. It's just the cohesiveness of the record.
yeah.
The cohesiveness of the song, like the hook is fire. His verse is fire. My verse is fire.
See, that sound like a nigga that smoked a nigga on a song. He like, it's just
That's exactly.
it came together well, and it was.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Listen, bro, I like the song. What you want me to say to you?
Hey, but the nigga did smoke me on that motherfucker. He AZ'd me on my own shit.
I ain't gonna hold you. I will say this, bro. Y'all chemistry,
Yeah.
I like a lot.
Yeah.
I like y'all chemistry. I like how y'all sound on records together.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all plan on continuing the because it was a volume 1. I don't know if it's a volume 2 coming.
yeah,
I don't
4,
know.
5.
Well, we're still working on that. We're trying to figure it out.
But I love y'all chemistry though, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all
I
sound
that.
really,
I
really,
appreciate
really
that.
good
Nah,
together.
we got a volume 2 coming out for sure.
Yeah, for
nigga.
sure. We got a lot of two coming out. It's funny though because a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
It's like my yin to his yang.
No, for sure.
Understand what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely.
It's like you get the energy from MG, you get the cool laid back from me. You see what I'm saying? And it just feels good on records. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I kind of caught that early. You know what I'm saying? Like when we recorded, one of the first songs we did together was about business.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He brought that to me when he was saying that he wanted to do
I
music.
think it was the first song we did together.
No, it was the first song we did.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was
Okay.
crazy.
The first time I ever got on a song with Rich though was the beginning of Rhythm and Blue Faces.
Yes.
Yeah.
MG did lace me for the beginning of Rhythm
Oh
and Blues.
shit, that was your okay.
That's when the journey kind of like, you know what I mean, kind of started back then.
Okay.
With Rhythm and Blue Faces, when he got on there,
aight.
he was popping that.
Yeah,
that
yes.
shit.
I'm gonna mention that was one take too.
Wow.
Walked
Yeah.
in the booth like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
But then we did About Business,
Yeah, then we did.
and I think I brought I brought that to you, right?
Yeah, you brought
Rich has a much better mindset and like memory than I do for apparent reasons. But at the same time, I brought About Business to this nigga, and we got in there, and I did my verse. You know, I was still raw. I recorded that verse maybe 3-some years ago. Like it's a solid 3 years ago. I recorded that verse, and Rich came in, and that nigga he ripped that shit. And this is when I started calling him my professional rapper friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Because of the
He
delivery.
always referred to me as his professional rapper.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, you know, so I guess the favorite 2 songs you said, About Business
And run it up.
Money Talks for sure. Shout out King Dolo.
He
That's
trying
my
to put
shit.
that in there so bad.
That's my shit.
Which
It's not
one?
run it up. It's not
Run it up.
Nah, I
It's
mean,
run it up.
I mean, we gotta also take into consideration, like, bro, we done recorded Run It Up. We done been listening to Run It Up before.
So y'all
it
play-
came
I
out.
y'all
mean, but
drink-
if it's your
yeah,
favorite,
yeah,
it's your favorite.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not.
nah.
It's not. It's not. It's
it's
cool.
it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite is Money Talk and with King Dolo, and
Shout out to King Dolo, man.
shout out to that nigga, bro. You know,
You
shout
a
out.
hard ass rapper, bro.
Man.
Come to Pay to Play.
Hey.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come to Pay to Play, bro.
Yeah.
Now, like, what song was the favorite to make off the album?
CA to VA,
Shit, the video was
if
fun.
you ask me. CA to VA was cool.
Take us through how it was made. Like, what's the process? Like, what
It was
made it?
it was crazy because me and MG had a regular studio session like we normally do.
Yeah.
And Johannes called me. Johannes called me one night. He's like, "Yo, bro, what you doing?" I'm like, "Shit, I'm about to go to the studio. I'm about to leave my child mom crib. I'll just drop my son off." He's like, "Yo, bro, I ain't got shit going on. You mind if I pull up?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. Maybe the question, bro. Come through."
Yeah.
I hit MG like, "Yo, bro, Johannes say he trying to pull up." He's like, "All right, fuck it." You feel me? Pulled up to the studio. We started playing some beats, and you know what I mean. CA
That
VA
motherfucker
up.
came on. We was like, what?
Yeah, so the VA came up and we was just like, oh, okay, this shit fire.
And
You
that
know
nigga,
what I'm saying?
that nigga started like, you know, the first song we did with him. You know, I'm giving a little bit of history, and maybe it's too soon, right? But like, he wasn't really feeling his verse on Stolen Camry.
He wasn't feeling his
The
verse.
hook, right?
The hook.
He didn't like the hook on.
He didn't like.
Oh, do you get the look? Yeah.
The inaudible part.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
You know?
And the reason being that he said was because it was like he just feels such as an artist that he should have words. You feel what I'm saying? Like because of his artistry.
Right.
But
I get it.
We're in the studio. We're in the moment. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you just got done recording this shit. This shit hard. Right. Like nigga, don't touch
Don't
it.
touch. Yeah.
Right.
You feel me?
Right,
But
right.
I can almost guarantee you, and I'm gonna say this to you, Johannes. I can almost guarantee if this was his song, he would have changed it.
For sure.
Yeah.
If it was his song, he would have went in there and did something different to it. But because he, you know what I mean, he was lacing our shit, he was like, fuck it.
Yep.
Because we kept telling him, like, just leave it alone.
We urged him to keep it that way.
Yeah, we urged.
And then we did CA to VA next that same night.
Yep.
And I don't know how that beat came up on CA to VA, but you
We
know,
were just going through beats. We
all
just,
I really want for Christmas is a fucking Rio feature. This is Rio was still locked up.
Yep.
All my sisters want to, you know, like he just started, you know what I mean? We smoked LA and Diego and then shout out to the Leakers, and it was just like,
Yeah.
it was a great song. Rich had a great verse on that. Shit, I had a good verse on it, and then
had a
Black
great
Craig came on that motherfucker, aka Sick Boy Rari. and lay down his verse. And
Shout out to our management for that.
yeah,
Yeah, man. Shout out Black Cray too, man.
Yeah,
he
man. Shout
he
out
been doing
Black
this thing for
Cray.
me.
Yeah, for
Shout
sure.
out my nigga Darius too, man.
sure.
Real
Yeah,
quick.
shout out Darius.
Shout out Darius Christian, man. That's my guy.
And shout out you niggas, bro, for actually, man, putting something together, man, to put people on
Ain't
YouTube,
nobody,
dog,
bro.
and to put
Nah,
people
man.
on the waves, and talk to them and just hear their story out, man. Shout out to y'all, bro, for
man.
being,
Love,
my
Don't
dad.
Mind Me podcast, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
don't
to
mind me podcast. My dad used to always tell me, man, you want to be interested, son, be interested.
There we go.
That's real
I fuck
shit.
with that.
You know,
That's real shit.
so I appreciate y'all for being interested.
I told bro all this shit, man. Y'all niggas inspiring as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I love seeing y'all niggas doing y'all thing, man. Winning, you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
like genuinely though. You feel what I'm saying?
sure,
Like, bro, I done known this nigga for 15 years, bro. You dig what I'm
15?
saying? Bro,
15?
at
Wow.
least, I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, it's
It's been a
probably been
minute.
2 decades.
Elementary
yeah.
school
I mean, no, like,
or middle school?
Middle school.
like,
yeah.
like, no, like the beginning of high school.
Okay, all right.
So, because
No.
No, you got the
Cause
wrong
I moved, nah,
15,
I moved,
15 from 32 would take you down to 16.
I moved to Derby Town when I was 14, and I was 13, 14 years old.
Okay,
That's middle school, ain't it?
it could be.
Yeah.
That's like 8th grade.
We, about to say, we
I-
almost
You
went
moved
together,
in
right?
the summer, or did you move in the?
I moved in the summer, so literally
Yeah.
the summer before high school is when I moved to Derby Town.
Okay. But you was outside though.
I was.
We just
Yeah,
coming
I
out of
was.
middle school, so to us,
So
nigga,
it was
Yeah.
Middle school, high school. So yeah, shit,
for
damn near
sure.
2 decades. But nah, man, y'all niggas, I love seeing that shit,
I
bro.
appreciate it, bro.
I love seeing that shit.
And to be honest with you, bro, it's like the response that I give when people tell me that it be so obsolete. But the reality is that it resonates and it means so much more than what I can say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know when a nigga complimentary tell you something good, yo, bro, I appreciate you, thank you, bro. But in reality, you don't understand what that's doing for me, right? So
Yeah.
when you tell me shit like that, that's fueling the fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's making me say, okay, Rich, you ain't no stupid ass nigga. You're a fucking genius like you think you are.
Hey,
And
bro.
continue to keep doing what you
Nigga, like I told you earlier, you right where you supposed to be, nigga. You right where you supposed to be, bro.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Like you ain't doing nothing wrong, but
Yeah.
the worst
that's
thing.
real, that's real shit though. Dude. I'm just telling you
No.
now, like a lot of fresh, yeah. But a lot of niggas, man, in this industry, a lot of niggas in a lot of places where they shouldn't be, bro. And like, thank God we seeing a real nigga. It's a real nigga right here, bro. You know, somebody who displays loyalty, somebody who, like really ain't gonna stick beside you only when it's popular, convenient, and easy.
Yeah.
But when it's unpopular, inconvenient, and difficult, you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
that's when loyalty's tested.
That's a fact.
You feel me? And like this motherfucker, he been by the side of y'all too, man. Just even having us on, that's gratitude, bro. Because y'all niggas didn't have to have us on, and
super appreciate y'all.
No, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah, y'all fam, bro. Like I said, we've been
Facts.
friends since fucking,
And
I
we're
can't
gonna
remember.
be back again.
Absolutely.
Oh, I know the interview ain't over already.
No. We
I was just getting
we just giving flowers right now.
Yeah.
You want to read the next one?
Yeah, so what does success look like for you, MG?
Honestly, this is gonna seem hella cliche, maybe corny, but like this is what I've defined it as after a rough 2024. And my success looks like happiness to me.
I love it.
That's a
Straight
real
up.
answer. That's a
You
real
know,
answer.
and like anything that ain't making me happy, that ain't bringing me joy. More than that, though, anything that I think is holding me back or holding my folks back, either I'm cutting that off or I'm cutting the person off that's holding me back, and I'm cutting off the item or activity or whatever that's holding me back. And
Yeah.
so success
that's
for me
love.
looks like happiness. Happiness for me right now is currently defined as music. Nothing brings me more joy than making music. I'm going to the studio right after this because it's really about this music. It's about this art, nigga. You feel me? Niggas is content creators, like we said, and not artists. You know what I mean? Niggas spend more time working on the tripod setup than the actual canvas. You dig what I'm saying? And that shit started to get real irritating to niggas like me because you know what? I let you niggas have it for so long, and now I'm here, and I'm seeing niggas up close on bullshit, bro. If you ain't taking this shit seriously, bro, get the fuck out the way.
Say that shit again.
Yeah, say it again.
Say
You know
that
what I'm
shit
saying?
again.
I seen a nigga said in our comments, I just do music as a side hustle. This is all you do. I said, and what I really wanted to say in that comments, which I hope he sees it, and I hope it inspires him to be a better person. But it's like, yeah, nigga, That's why your shit's trash, nigga. Because you treat this shit as a side hustle. You treat this shit as a side hustle instead of treating it like what's gonna feed you and feed yours for generations to come.
Come on.
And you can always tell the difference. There's always a difference in the sound, the way an artist carries himself, how engulfed he is in music. You can always tell by the niggas who only doing this shit just because they feel like doing it, or it's just something to do, or a money grab. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can really tell the difference, bro. So like when you niggas get to popping y'all shit, like and get to talking, I can tell you right now that shit don't affect a real player, a real P, nigga.
That's
you know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying?
Not at all.
Because I know what I got. I know what we got going on over here. You feel me? So
And like I said, this ain't directed at nobody in Richmond. This is an out of town nigga from the Midwest hating on what we got going on here in Richmond, Virginia. Understand something? I might have been born in San Francisco. I might have been raised in Oakland. But I started my rap career in Richmond, Virginia. So Richmond, Virginia gets credit in that. At least a third of that.
Yeah.
And so when a nigga coming at me and nigga coming at Rich, he coming at all of us because he coming at our style.
Facts.
If I'm a Richmond artist and a nigga coming at my style, he's coming at Richmond artistry.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Because we all part of the same cloth. And so, you know.
you way ahead of your time right now, because you explain that to another Richmond nigga, he ain't gonna get it.
That's a fact, though.
Nah, he gonna get it though, cause
That's the sad part about it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many crabs in that barrel, gang. It's just it's hard to see.
Man, bruh, niggas in Richmond so caught up in a nigga being, oh, you ain't from Richmond, you from Chesterfield, nigga, you from. We so against each other out here, bro. Having a nigga, for real, bro, I'm gonna tell you, bro, having an out-of-town nigga do that means a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Because we got so much internal shit going on, bro, and it's keeping us from growing, bro. Like, for real, like, that shit
But I want y'all to understand something, too. This isn't foreign to me, internal strife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they say the businessman doesn't crumble because of the weight on the outside. It crumbles because of the weight on the inside. You know, George Jackson, who I think started the Black Guerrilla family, who was a former Black Panther, who was a political prisoner of war, said only 1/4 of a man's sorrow is due to external elements. The rest is due to inability to act with calmness and clarity in a situation. You dig what I'm saying? 3/4 of what you dealing with in life, whether good or bad, is your fucking fault. Which means that you got to take accountability for that, and you got to change it, or you got to change the course.
Church.
And so that's all. I'm not meant to get up on no motherfucking thing.
Tabernacle, nigga. You heard, hey, nigga,
You doing that shit too.
nigga.
You know what I mean?
Y'all heard him.
That's all.
No bullshit, bro.
Hey,
Listen.
that's all. Hey, man, this segment's brought to you by
There you go.
dog water.
The dog.
This shit's getting
Shout out to our
progressively worse.
sponsors, man. Shout out to our sponsors, man. You know what I'm saying?
Terramana for your mama.
For real.
For sure.
Hey, the more I drink, the more I think, man. Hey, cognac, man, LVMH.
There you go.
What they talking about?
It's a little question. Can women be players too?
For sure.
Sure.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I done met some peer bitches than a lot of you niggas.
Nah, that's
Talk about it.
fact, though.
Church.
I'm gonna say that
Church.
one more time. I done met some bitches
Game.
more P than you niggas.
Man.
You feel me? A lot of niggas be talking about how they be this and how they be that, but these bitches though, I ain't gonna lie, it's a cold game, bro.
And look, this the crazy part, though. I almost feel like the women get the game easier than the men, and I'm gonna tell you why, though. It's not a lot of niggas that grow up with uncles and cousins or fathers or whatever the case. I'm good, my nigga. But these women, what happens is they start dealing with these niggas, these fucked up niggas who think they know the game, and they end up soaking up this shit from them like, well, damn, I'm seeing how this nigga move. Oh, so that's how niggas move now. Oh, well, shit, that's how I'ma move then. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm finna carry this shit. Because niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get played no more. I see what's going, you know what I mean?
And it happens at an early age.
Facts.
You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
real shit.
It happens at an early age, and then they go home and they go cry and they go talk to somebody about it. And after they had that conversation, they're like, oh, okay, I get it now.
You knew better. Now you do better.
You knew better now.
And you know, some of the first game and some of the most solid, like actual stress tested game that I've ever got in life, some of the most valuable knowledge and insights about women and about people have come from women that I've dated and dealt with. a lot of niggas won't tell you this, but especially a lot of P's won't tell you this, or maybe some P's who ain't real P's might tell you that, so they ain't P's at all. But moving on, like, you won't hear this just being spoken out, but a lot of women educate men on how to move with women and how to move in society. And, you know, that's where the credit goes to the woman. You know, I never discredit women.
Shout out to my mama.
There you
Shout
go.
out, yeah.
Shout out to Mama Kathy, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my mama wherever you at. You feel me? But a lot of the game come from women. You know what I'm saying? My mom was a cold one. You feel me? My mama was a cold piece of work. You feel me? You want to talk about somebody who really get you? You know what I'm saying? For real, you know what I'm saying? Somebody would say, I see you grinning, but drop the linen. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody who will really get up on you, you know what I'm saying, and make you spend it.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
For real, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She wanted bought, nigga, not rented. Hello, you feel me?
there
Like,
you go.
my mama really get up on you.
Hello.
And, you know, and that's a cold person to learn game from is your mama.
That's great. No,
And that's what I learned some game from is from my mama. You know, my mama was a cold piece of work because she got did dirty. So because she got did dirty, then
But
guess
that go
what?
back to his point that he was saying though. That's why bitches be so petty. They be getting the game super early. It happened to them early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And niggas be thinking though, that's the fucked up part. Niggas be thinking that like they getting over on a bitch when really you really just giving shorty a gym for real. You just gave her a gym, like, you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She done went through, whatever you did to fuck up, she like, oh, all right, so I know how niggas doing it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I
I got it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like,
And now she's just adding that to her repertoire, her little bag that she got.
That's
and,
it.
And at one point in time, like when bitches continue to keep going through that same shit, that's when that super P gets unlocked.
Facts.
You feel me? Because then they just like they don't really have no feelings no more for real.
no, fact. I mean, they done already tried it.
Yep.
They done already tried it. Like,
So
Yeah.
many times.
And you know what? And a lot of these bitches, you know, like, you niggas think y'all really gutter. Y'all think y'all about it. Like, find a real, take the craziest bitch in the world and take the craziest nigga in the world, and that bitch is way crazier than that nigga.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? They're so you can't try to play crazy with a woman because she always can get way more crazy than you can get. You dig what I'm saying? And she has way more things at her disposal. She got 100 niggas that want to come run and save a hoe. You feel me? And so at the end of the day, you know, it's best to, you know, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth. You dig what I'm saying? You know, listen and look more than you speak. You know what I'm saying? And you might make it through.
so real quick, right? Seen the video. It's kind of like some pop culture shit or whatever, right? Seen the video. Gucci Mane's wife. Shout out Gucci. Gucci Mane's wife, Keisha Kayor. She was like on a yacht, like a yacht party or whatever. She was like with her gay male best friend, but she was like sitting on his lap, and he was like, you know, kind of like hugging her, you know what I mean, whatever, you know, doing a little drop on the video, whatever. You letting your girl sit on her gay male best friend's lap?
And that's it.
If you
The
gay.
answer.
If he gay, that's cool.
Yeah, if you gay.
I mean, honestly, if he gay or if he ain't gay, you know what I'm saying? Like, that my personal feelings, like, who give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like, you know, do what you want to do. You're a grown ass woman.
Not my girl.
Okay.
Not if I'm stamping you as mine,
Yeah.
Let's back up. This is his wife. I
That's
think
his
they
wife.
married. This is his
Yeah.
wife.
that makes it even more of my point. No.
Yeah.
But wait. But if he gay, he good though.
If you gay, good.
Gay,
I ain't gotta worry about you want to stick your thing in my shawty. You want to stick your thing in other things, my brother.
I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga's if that nigga got a dick,
Facts.
I don't want you. I mean, bro, that nigga she probably got up. That nigga probably was hard as a bitch. Like I'm not with that. I'm not condoning. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel you. I mean,
like
but
that's still a man. Like you feel what I'm
it's
saying?
still
Like
that's still a man, but gay niggas be gay.
it be a lot of gay niggas that be finessing too though. Don't get it fucked up.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't be close enough to gay niggas to be knowing what the fuck they be on. But I be assuming that if a nigga's gay, if he choose, first off, I don't understand how anybody would not want to get pussy. I just
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't give a fuck either way. Nigga, if you was straight, if you was bi, if you was gay, you know what I'm saying, if you was non-binary, if you was queer, it wouldn't make no difference to me. Like,
So if it's your wife, you
nah, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, but that's just me. Like that's how I'm situated.
now
You know what I'm saying?
now are you is there a level of expectation on your end, right, where it's like, all right, shorty, you could do what you want to do, right, but I'm gonna do what I want to do too. Is it that type of thing, or is it just kind of like, you know?
Well, you know, it ain't an expectation at the sunrise. You know what I'm saying? And then an expectation that the sand lies. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. And so I'm gonna always do what I'm gonna do.
That's a fact.
And if I'm saying if a bitch want to be up over here, you know what I'm saying, then she gotta understand some things loud and clear. And that's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
This program.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Cause I got bitches out of my stable like a country dance. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? It's like there's always one willing to step up.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, hey man, Tim Duncan bitch stepping out on them, and if motherfucking Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and all these rich ass niggas bitches stepping out on them, and real P's done lost bitches too. You know what I'm saying? Ask a real P about how he loses his bitch, man. Because another nigga who's a P, who may be a lesser P than him to some degrees or some metrics, took his bitch.
That's real shit.
So if real P's who specialize in taking bitches and keeping bitches,
If they
getting they bitches took, nigga, what makes you think your bitch can't
You're
get?
not special.
Yeah, what makes you think your bitch can't get took? So let that bitch do what she gonna do, cause she gonna do what she gonna do regardless.
Regardless, and when I made that comment and was saying what I was saying to you, she might have been my bitch before she went on that yacht, but after she leaves, she ain't my bitch no more.
Yeah.
You understand? We gonna always let a bitch do what she wanna do. You know what I'm saying? We gonna give you the space and opportunity to do whatever it is that you wanna do.
Yeah.
So that's fire. I love it. That's a great segue though, right? So can players settle down?
For sure.
Yeah.
Depends on how you define settle down, though.
Get married.
Settle down and be with one woman.
Yeah.
I mean,
A player gonna settle down and be with one woman. He can do that, but he's never gonna just have one woman.
Yeah.
A player is gonna always be a fucking player. It don't matter how old he get. It don't matter what circumstance there is. If you's a P, it's just embedded in you. It's in your bloodline. It's in who you are as a person. You don't get to choose to be a P. This lifestyle don't choose you. I mean, this lifestyle chooses you. You don't choose it.
yeah.
So yeah, to answer your question, yeah, a nigga could settle down, but he gonna always be a player though.
Yeah.
And if you're a real bitch, you got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Your man can love you and still be a P at the same time.
Exactly. Both things can be true. You know, I always ask women, I say, would you want fidelity, which means that I don't have sex with anybody outside of our marriage or our union, or would you want loyalty, right? If you could only choose one, what would you choose? Fidelity or loyalty? She says, without a doubt, like, define loyalty. Loyalty means that, like, I could never have sex with nobody else, but I'm not loyal to you, so I'll let a nigga backdoor you and get you off while I'm in the bed with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, loyalty means that I'll let you get played for a short term or for a intermediate kind of benefit. Lack of loyalty, you know what I mean, means that, like, you know, I would let these things happen to you. And so,
White collar crime.
you feel me? So would you want fidelity or would you want loyalty? And most of the women, when I explain like that, well, they want loyalty. I say, cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't own me, I don't own you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are your own free person. Have respect for my household. Have respect for yourself. And have respect for this game. And after that, you know what I'm saying, you good to go.
I ain't gonna lie. Once I found that, once my P had arisen, right? Because I ain't gonna see a lot of y'all niggas. I ain't always have the P that I have now, right? Like at one point in time, it wasn't as, you know what I mean, high level as it is now. But once I got to that point where I was comfortable enough in myself and my P had arisen the way it is now, like it was always a tough situation for me when it came to women and dealing with situations like that and being able to keep my composure and not overstep. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like now that I'm, you know, consciously enough to understand what a real P is, it's like, okay, now I can just let you do what it is that you're gonna do.
But you know, Rich, there ain't nothing. Rich, you know, good brother CEO, there ain't nothing wrong with jumping off the porch late. You know what I'm saying? Like
there
there ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I jumped off the porch late, and so did many others. And it's like it ain't about when you jumped off the porch; it's did you jump off the porch? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like that's what it's about. And it's like as long as you get an understanding, man, that we all belong to the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! Hold on, my man. Hey man, as we form is as we shall return, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't own nobody on this planet Earth, man. Not your bitch, not your kids, not your nothing. You know what I'm saying? You tell your bitch to do something, she gonna do the opposite of what you say to do. You tell your kids don't do something, they're gonna go to school and do the opposite of what the fuck you told them to do. Only thing you own and operate in this world, nigga, is yourself. And that's who you need to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? That's what a real P worried about, man. You know what I'm saying? Put it in my pocket, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. And
sock it to my pocket.
like a rocket, goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? Some news you can use, some real game, you know what I'm saying, for these lames, you know what I mean? And like, and when you're a square, you think inside the box. You know what I'm saying? Free yourself, man, of this terrarium you called life. You know what I'm saying? You niggas is single cell organisms in terrariums. You feel me? Unwilling to explore what is the rest of this motherfucking world, let alone this galaxy, let alone this universe. You dig what I'm saying? And then further beyond, you dig what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you niggas something, man. You feel me? What I'm saying? Free yourself.
Yeah.
But free yourself, nigga, after you free that bitch, nigga. Nigga, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, is you a cattle farmer, nigga, or is you a pea, nigga? Because a P, nigga, don't put lassos around a bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? For real, nigga. You know what I'm saying? A P graduate, nigga. And
What a drink at, bro?
I need the little sound.
Let go.
Cheers to that.
Right.
No, for sure.
I'm very passionate about these
For
topics.
shit show, man. For shit
This
show.
episode was brought to you by who?
The dog.
Shit, hold on.
Who's our sponsor? Give us our sponsors.
Oh, which one's my camera? This one?
Right there.
Yeah, right there.
This one, right?
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by nigga who whooped the nigga ass who last did me wrong.
That dark skinned Jesus.
AKA Hennessy.
We gonna get into the segment, right? It's called Keep It or Cancel It. I'm gonna name some things. Y'all say we either keep it, cancel it, right?
Sure.
Cocaine. Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. I got some stories about that white girl now. I got a few stories about that goddamn girl, nigga.
Right. Yeah, lost the guest.
Hey, hold on, man.
Cancel that shit.
Cancel it.
We canceling the girl.
Unless you selling that white girl.
In totality.
Oh, in totality.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about using. We're
talking about either user selling, whatever.
I'm gonna say keep it.
You say
You
keep
know
it?
what I'm saying? Anytime that paper, that money on is involved, we gonna keep that. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
All right.
What's the other option to keep it? Is there a third option?
You cancel it.
Cancel it.
Just cancel it.
Keep it or cancel it.
Nah, we gotta keep it because keep start with a K and I'm a Kappa. And I believe in K side, Phi Nu Pi.
Shout out to the noobs.
You know what I'm saying?
I died though.
You know what I mean? And honestly, too, you know, I think that like cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It is.
By the late great. Shout out. Rest in peace, Rick James, man. Rest in peace. That. Yeah. All right.
OnlyFans. Keep it or cancel it.
I ain't gonna lie. Keep it.
Keep it.
Keep it, man. Pimp Ken, man, was one of the first people that went digital, man, with this underworld, man, that became I guess a
Sensation.
I guess so, right? A sensation. So keep it, you know what I mean? Like I said, as long as the money flowing and the bitch is hoeing, you know what I mean? Like that's where a real P going.
It's giving pimps the opportunity to make legit money. You feel what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
They ain't gotta necessarily be on the strip no more because they on the strip online now. You feel what I'm
And
saying?
then even with the whole back page shit from back in the day, that was like a little thing, you know what I'm saying? But even that was kind of like,
Yeah.
I just wanna
pushing the
let y'all
envelope
know
a little bit.
It's still a thing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Backpage is
Oh, it's still around?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
Backpage. I've been out the game for a minute.
and
My
it's
fault.
flourishing more than ever.
I bet, yeah. Now
It's another joint though. Hold on. Like
It's a couple joints. It's a couple joints.
What's the joint?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Let's
I don't know
call
nothing.
it.
I
Let's
ain't.
call it. My bad.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about what's going on this podcast right now. I want you to understand something right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that blind bitch. I'm innocent.
You gotta know what's going on around you, man. You gotta know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get on this Instagram, these social media, you see the bitch on there looking like she fucking tomorrow, nigga. You gotta know where you go find her at.
Hello?
That's real shit.
Hello? Hey, hold on, bro.
Oh, wait, look.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying for real.
Oh.
I heard it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that nigga Rich. Hey, man, Rich. I don't know if you got parents old enough to understand this line, but you know, I used to give a bitch my dime a line and tell her call MG anytime for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm MG, man, the one and only non-phony Mac without the Ronnie, man. Pretty like Tony, man. And if I steal from a bitch, man, I shouldn't be considered phony, man. Hello, you dig what I'm saying? For real, I'm not playing, man. I'm from East Oakland, man. You
Talk
feel
to
me?
me. Talk
Hey,
to
man,
me.
if they said New York's the Mecca of fashion, then Oakland must be the Mecca of game, bitch.
Is
My name is Pay2Play Rixh, and I second that motion.
Yes.
Is
Fire. Cheating. Keep it or cancel it.
What is-
What are we talking about? Cheating in relationships, or are you talking about just cheating in general?
Cheating in
relationship. Oh, in general?
general.
I mean, I'm assuming relationships, but I don't know. If
what
you're
do
not in a relationship, then it's not cheating to me.
It's not cheating if you're not in a relationship.
I was about to say.
Are you talking about?
I was talking like more like game, like cheating in a game.
So you speaking more of from a general aspect?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna say, I'm gonna answer this one first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, listen, we're gonna keep cheating, right? And the reason why I'm gonna say that, and if we're saying that from a general aspect, that's all we've known as black people our whole lives. Is cheating the fucking game in the system. So how could we cancel that? That's how we got to this point that we at right now as black people. Is by cheating the system that was designed for us to lose. We've always figured out a way to cheat and win the system and continue to thrive and prosper, right? So when you ask me a question like that, you gotta be a little specific, right?
No, that's
because
what I was.
shit
Yeah.
get deep.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, bro, but the whiteys cheat the system. They. I
All
mean,
the
this
time.
is that's.
All
I
the
mean,
time.
And that was gonna be my answer too. Is like,
yeah, like
I agree with cheating
yeah,
because we all cheating.
for sure.
You know, the Kennedys, you know, they were bootleggers.
come on, man.
The Trumps, they were like proven and demonstrated with empirical evidence that they were slumlords, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you could trace many of the Fortune 500 companies that have existed and many that fell out, maybe 2008.
So white collar crimes.
Yeah, to blue collar crime, right? You know what I'm saying? To real slavery. You know what I'm saying? Imagine being able to take 150 something years, 200 something years of free labor, right? Without being taxed on your property, to basically work people into wealth, right? Imagine you getting 10 years of free labor out of 50 people.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll be on right
You know what I mean?
Super on.
Super
you know,
on.
you got one-time costs and you got recurring costs, right? One-time costs are costs you pay up front, you never pay nothing again. Recurring costs are costs that continue in perpetuity. Your cell phone bill, your light bill. These slaves didn't have perpetuity costs. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have recurring costs. They had one-time costs. If you can cop a slave, you can cop another slave because that slave will help you cop another slave. So it's cheating has always been a part of the game, and so it's like niggas ain't cheating. We're playing the game the way it's meant to be played. And so what Rich is saying is just, I'm just taking it one step further and being like, you know, taking it more militant because I'm from Oakland, California, home of the Black Panthers, and it's like, you know, home of the breakfast program, and you know, we just giving niggas back what they giving us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fire.
That's real shit.
Church.
Real shit.
So to answer your question, from me and MG and Pay2Play Music Group, keep it.
Keep it. Keeping it, fellas. Keep it cheating. And last one, tricking. You gonna keep it or cancel it?
Oh man, we gotta cancel that.
Gonna cancel that shit like a fucking
cancel
bad
that.
fucking subscription.
We gotta spray that motherfucker like Raid. You know what I mean?
Get that shit up out of here, man.
Cause you niggas fucking up the game, man.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all niggas doing bad out here.
You niggas fucking up the game.
Dirt.
What's the and devil's advocate question, right? what's the negative effects of tricking? Because you know you're gonna have some niggas out there that's like, oh well, it ain't tricking if you got it. I got the bread.
The negative effect of tricking is creating this facade or narrative that is the way of interacting with a male. You gotta understand, bro. When niggas started tricking, and I blame you, pandemic baby niggas, right? Like niggas that didn't have no money before the pandemic and got a little bit of pay. I blame you niggas, right?
The PPP niggas. Shout out to the PPP.
Shout out to the PPP.
Shout out to y'all niggas.
You niggas, I'm talking about you niggas that was 15,000-aires.
You know what I'm saying? 15,000.
You niggas was 15,000-aires or 20,000-aires, yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You niggas had that resort to identity theft, nigga, after you resort to nigga, like.
That's how I knew niggas really wasn't getting money, because they got a little bit of money and start acting like that they was fucking millionaires.
Right.
But they was the ones who, y'all niggas was the ones who created this narrative and this problem that we have right now, because tricking is at an all-time fucking high. Right?
Man,
these
goddamn.
bitches think that because they got this and they got that they supposed to get this and that. I'm here to tell you, bitch, that you ain't bigger than the program.
No.
It will never be. You understand? So we gonna cancel tricking.
Cancel that.
Church, nigga, Rich talking that talk,
We gonna
nigga.
cancel tricking, man. You know what I'm saying? It shit just not good for nobody.
No.
It ain't good for the game. It's just not good for nobody.
It's not good for nobody, nigga. My motherfucking CEO, Rich, said it, nigga. Pay2Play Music Group, nigga. Richard motherfucking Mason, nigga, said it. Hold on, I said his whole government, but tricking ain't good for nobody.
Hey, the government is crazy. Okay, it's nuts.
Hey, it's online everywhere anyway, man.
We good. You know what I'm saying?
This final segment is brought to you by
That
nigga
dog.
Hennessy.
Yeah.
And
That dog.
Shout out to that dog, man.
government is crazy.
What's the last joint you got for us, man? Before we sign out, what you got?
Did you add that one? Is that one?
What weed? I think I added weed.
Weed.
We keep it a cancel.
People to cancel it.
Keep it.
Keep it.
Wait, which one?
Weed. Smoke weed.
Weed? Oh, no, I don't smoke weed.
You smoke weed. Cancel it.
And you know what's crazy? I think I'm gonna cancel that too. Actually, I think I'm gonna cancel it too.
Why?
I just feel like it fucks up productivity. I mean, at least for me.
I'm
Like,
about to say that's personal.
yeah, I'm the type of nigga,
I
bro.
know some niggas who smoke weed and get it the fuck done.
Nah, I can't. I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Just for me, I can't.
I'm
I
like
can't do
50-50
it.
on it. I'm like 50-50 on it.
I can't do it. It just kills my productivity, bro.
I
I'm not.
can't say fuck weed, because for the last decade of my life, that's what helped keep me afloat.
I ain't gonna hold you, and I love weed, bro. It's nothing more soothing than smoking the blunt and writing or listening to a beat. And I'm not for real. I'm in the
with
studio.
You on that, though. I'm with you on that.
Especially if a nigga just mixing your shit, like you got a mix session and you just chilling, nigga. And just listen to the, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna give y'all one to ask about. Drugs in general.
that's a great one.
What's the options?
Keep it
or cancel. Drugs in general.
Cancel it.
Cancel it.
It cripples you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cancel it.
You think
yeah.
it cripples you? Cancel.
Cancel it.
What about you?
Drugs in general?
Yep.
I mean, I can't cancel drugs, bro, because drugs is how niggas make money.
Yeah.
Drugs make the world go around.
Sure.
From all aspects. From the streets to the fucking hospitals, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
true.
that.
That's a good point.
You can't.
Yep.
I can't cancel drugs because at one point in time in life, I needed a drug.
It's somebody's medication.
See, but it's a
what I'm
flip
saying?
side to that though.
No, I understand what you mean. I completely get it. I understand how the hospitals is using that to their advantage and making us not reap the benefit of that. They reaping the benefit of people getting high and getting fucked up.
They're not trying to heal you. They just trying to keep you addicted to
I
these.
get that. But that half of that percent of that is the only shit that's super loud. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
It's
yeah.
another half of it that's actually pretty fucking good.
No,
That
yeah,
people-
no,
you
for
know
sure,
what I'm saying?
for sure,
So that's
for sure.
why I can't cancel it.
And you know what? And I said drugs specifically to make sure we zoom the conversation out, right? Because I'm from San Francisco, born in San Francisco, raised in Oakland, right?
Crack.
You know, my brothers handed me a blunt, dog, when I was in elementary school, and got me high. Like, you feel me? No bullshit. I'm telling you y'all niggas real story. You know, feel me? The first time I ever took, and I'm just kicking gang because I believe in transparency and honesty.
Yeah.
first time I ever took an ecstasy pill, I was like 12, 13 years old. And you feel me? Like, I was already smoking weed by that time. And, like, I've seen drugs tear my family down. I got 2 brothers that's on dope right now. Living in San Francisco, homeless on the street. Smoking glass. But also, too, I've seen, you know, drugs help focus people with Adderall. And I've seen other people produce stuff that they otherwise wouldn't have been able to produce without that certain kind of enhancer. And you know what I mean? And music and the art that's created off of these drugs, you know what I'm saying? You think about your, you know, the 60s, right? In that era and all the drugs that were in use. And you get your Led Zeppelins. You get your ACDCs. You get your Kisses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think about all of these. Think about all the art. I'm gonna scale Basquiat.
Yeah.
Think about some of the playwrights that we get, some of the TV shows we get. You know what I'm saying? From babies of that era, right? We get The Wire, right? Think about we get the Oz, right? Think about we get, you know, shit like goofy ass shit like Ed, and Eddie. You know what I'm saying? You think these things were conceived through the sober mind?
No.
And so I could never cancel drugs because if dolphins are getting high in the ocean,
Real shit. Real shit. They do. Yeah.
Then it seems to be a natural part of society to try to elevate your mind and to try to think on a different level and try to you know add some exponential value to your creativity and to your productivity. So I can't necessarily cancel them. I cancel abuse.
I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't cancel drugs.
I like that.
Word.
I like that.
And this message was brought to you by.
There you go. There you go.
My cup's empty right now, but
Hennessy.
my cup was full before the interview. Let's just keep in mind, my cup was full before the interview. This is, you know, shout out to MG, Pay2Play.
So look,
Music.
man, what's next, man? This is a little sign off, man. What's next? What's upcoming? What y'all got going
I'm
on?
gonna let MG start with what's next.
For sure, yeah. You know, as the sole and first artist ever signed to Pay2Play Music Group, man, we trying to put on. And I'm trying to put on, man. This my motherfucking brother.
Yeah.
I love this nigga, man, for real. And he means a lot to me. He took a nigga out the trenches and out of the depths of, you know, what felt like Dante's Inferno, man, and pulled niggas into the light. And so what I'm thinking about and what's next, man, is a project coming out likely in June, a single.
Okay.
We're trying to decide on that single, but we got a 4-song EP coming out in June.
Nice.
And then we're gonna have a real project coming out sometime maybe between August and October. A more introspective album.
Nice.
And it ain't gonna be us popping it. It's gonna be us talking about real shit.
Yes.
About real scenarios, real problems, real things that not just I'm going through, but that other people are going through, that I have experienced or spectated people going through. And that's where we're taking the music to. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the last thing I'm gonna say to y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for having me on this show.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
I'm grateful. And
sure,
for real,
bro.
man, this means a lot to have me on for real. And you know, the way I make music is that, you know, my music is like it's like a house, dog. And some niggas, you know, we used to stay with, had roommates, and they would just take the bitch from the entrance door to their room. But my shit is more like, you know, it's an open house, man. Like, my windows are up, the doors open, and all the rooms to the doors are open too. All the doors to the rooms are open. And you're welcome to come in and view my brain and my life as transparently, as honestly as you want to view it. And that's the way I'm going to make music. And so that's what I got coming up next, is more transparency, more honesty, and some motherfucking good music. You know what I mean? Pay2Play Music Group, nigga.
Love it.
Fire.
Love it, man.
I'm on the same time frame that he's on. I'm probably gonna do a little small EP or maybe 2.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do me a long
A LP.
LP. And that one's gonna be a little bit more heartfelt. It's gonna be a little bit more sensual. It's gonna be a little bit more personal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have a few little personal records here and there, but I don't have a full project worth of, you know what I'm saying, that kind of feel. So I think we both on the same, you know what I mean, wavelength when it comes to that. We done popped it for y'all. We done gave y'all the vibe. We done gave y'all the turn up. I think now it's imperative that y'all actually get to know who we are. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
Also, too, I think what's next for us is a deal.
Hey.
Nice. Nice.
I think a deal is next for us.
Are y'all looking for like a distro, or are y'all looking for a straight up like however it comes, or which?
I mean, I wouldn't say however it comes because we're not just gonna take anything, but
Right.
Ideally a joint venture or a distro deal is what I'm looking for to do, and
Yeah.
I want to put MG in a position where he can build on his catalog and see the interest on that, and then me and him can collectively brainstorm on who we want to bring on, right? Because the more value that you add to value, the more value that you get, right? And
That's
I got
fact,
that
too.
for Wallow, shout out to him, but it's just building that compound interest. So I haven't really mentioned anybody, no names to him yet, but we're gonna have that conversation. But I think that once we this year or early next year, we should be situated with the situation, and I think we can move on with trying to find more talent to add to the group.
Nice.
Fire.
Nice, fire. Well, yeah, man, that's all we got, man. I appreciate y'all guys coming through, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
Look,
I appreciate that.
for sure,
And look,
for
this is
sure.
my second time coming back.
Hell yeah.
My last, you know what
All
I'm saying?
love, man.
Hey,
You know
y'all
y'all
welcome
boys is
to the
family,
crib, man. Y'all
My
always
nigga,
welcome to the
man,
crib,
for sure.
man.
Hey, well, look, man, this has been episode 8 of the 9. I keep fucking up the episode slots, but
You
look.
got that many.
I know, but we doing a lot. But episode 9 of the Don't Mind Me podcast, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. MG, Pay2Play Rixh, my dog Bobby B, man. We'll catch y'all later, man. Tap in, we out.